The finale for Monarch Legacy of Monsters did not have to go that hard. They didn't have to go that hard, and they went that hard. They really went with the save your best for last approach, and I ate that shit up. You ate shit up. If you couldn't tell, I just got done watching the finale for Monarch Legacy of Monsters. We got to talk about it. Quick warning that I am going to be recapping the entire episode and giving my honest spoiler-filled thoughts of the episode, so if you're not trying to be spoiled, make sure you drop a like, follow, come back later, because I need to hear your thoughts. So we pick up this episode right where the last one left off, with Kiko still alive. I know. But back on the surface, Kentaro's still going at his dad's neck, blaming Hiroshi for everything that's gone wrong with their family and the fact that Kate is probably dead. But Hiroshi's explaining that he's just been trying to prove his parents' theories right. And he asked Kentaro if he would help him, but Kentaro's like, nah, I'm not fucking with you. Back in Axis Money, which is what Keiko calls it, she thinks Kate is a member of Monarch who was sent to save her, as Kate is still hesitant to tell her that she's her granddaughter. But Keiko explains that she's the one who's been sending the signals, which is when Mei shows up and reconciles with Kate, which is when Lee, hiding behind a tree, starts trying to break to Keiko everything slowly and carefully as he can, because, you know, it's going to be a lot for her to take in. It turns out she's only been in this realm for 57 days her time, and Lee explains everything that he's been through, being in here for only like a week and then 20 years passing from 62 to 82. She does the math and realizes, holy shit, it's 2015 in the real time. And I really loved this entire scene. Like, it was kind of getting a little tear out of me, I'm not gonna lie. The score, the acting, the emotion, chef's kiss. Especially when Lee tells Keiko that Bill Randa died and she breaks down. I was like, oof, gut wrenching. And then she asks about her son, and that's when Kate comes in and says, nah, he's fine because I'm your granddaughter. And yeah, it's a lot for her to process. Like, could you just imagine hearing all this? Back at Monarch, Tim finally puts his foot down and says, look, someone is sending a signal and they can help all of us out right now and y'all are doing nothing about it? I love Tim. We find out that Keiko's been using Suzuki's device to send the signals. And Lee hatches an idea to help use this device with his original crash site to get back home. We cut back to a scene with Hiroshi getting some stuff from Japan, but before he leaves, Kentaro's mother tells him that Kentaro needs to have a father figure, but she takes that ring off and gives it to him. Good for her. Which is when Tim approaches Kentaro at his bar and tells him that he wants to work with Kentaro and his father Hiroshi to help track down the signal without the help of Monarch. Back with the gang in Axis Monday, they find Lee's old ship. After Keiko hesitates a little bit and says, nah, I'm staying back, I got nothing back in the real time, they convince her to come and everything's looking up and up. But this device attracts the attention of Titans and the Ion Dragon specifically. So Lee goes out because his device gets disconnected and he has to connect it. But then we hear that and the Ion Dragon flies towards, we already know who it is, our boy Goji, who walks through a damn portal. Godzilla's new nickname is the Smoke Seeker, as Godzilla and the Ion Dragon throw hands. But in the process, we lose Lee Shaw, or at least we think. And only Kate, Mei, and Keiko return to the present day, and they find out that Kentaro and Hiroshi have been looking for him and found them. This scene made me tear up a little bit just because, you know, I'm a big fan of my mom. But Hiroshi finally seeing his mother, Keiko, after never having her there growing up, heartwarming. And I also love how Kentaro and Kate finally acknowledge each other as brother and sister. And we learned that it was actually Brenda and Apex who funded this whole little exposition to help them. And not only that, it's been 2 years since they disappeared. And then an alarm starts going off, and it's revealed that they're at an Apex research station in Skull Island. Season 1 ends with Khan giving us his classic roar, and all I gotta say is they cook. I thought this was such a dope ass finale, and honestly the entire season of Monarch, albeit not being super focused on the Titans themselves, this is the best character work they've done in the MonsterVerse up to this point. And I need a season 2 just to follow these characters. Maybe we'll focus more so on Kong, and the main thing is I need to see these characters in the MonsterVerse movies going forward. Something tells me that Lee Shaw is still alive. If you don't see the body, chances are it's probably still alive. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and as always, like and follow for more.